when was the first time you cut open a model, man? Right away?
Ooh. The first time I cut open a model, it was on the '59 Impala when the Lowriders came out, and I was in like 6th grade, and I cut the doors open, but I used scissors.
Really?
It came out so well because like they were the really big orange handled scissors, like the fabric shears.
Right.
And I like had it and I like cut it open like around, and they came out really good. But I just
really
I didn't know what else to
I
do
can
with
barely.
it. I used what did I use? I think I used
I
like
think
some,
this is all the way.
like little like shelf hinges.
Yeah. I remember those.
And hot glue just to see, like, because I knew as a kid doors open like this, so I was like, okay,
Right.
shelf hinges, and it worked. But then that was the story in the podcast that me and Edgar was talking about.
Right.
And that was when the kid just like slammed, and I was just like,
Yeah, it's live now, guys. Just a heads up.
Oh damn!
You're on the YouTube
I'm
live.
scared now.
Hey, what's up?
What's happening, people?
All right, let's spotlight Chip Chester. Nice. Tell us about that truck.
so since this is version 3, because we talked about this on the podcast a while back, and I told you, I was like, I don't care how many of these I make, I'm gonna like overdo it each time. And this one I like had sitting for a while because we were in the process of moving to this house, and I was like, I don't even know what I'm doing right now because I'm pretty much doing the same thing that everything else was, and like I didn't want to do that anymore. So I literally, as I brought this back out, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna break this, I'm gonna break this, I'm gonna take this apart, and just redo everything. And that's when I started doing the tailgate, the active aero rear, and all this stuff, and actually changing a bunch of stuff. Because of the steps that I learned from like building other things, that was when I like reformatted or changed this. You guys can see that.
That's the grill?
Yeah, this is the new grill.
Okay, nice.
Nice.
It's all made from scratch styrene, like all of these.
Right.
And I just kind of like shaped the original one and was like, okay, this is the best one. Dang, that's really bright. But yeah, this is the best one that worked. And then let me take this apart actually, because it's easier to look at. And then that's when I like started like messing with the actual structure support. So this is really
right.
Nice. And it just went downhill from there, because then when I started working on this system, like dropping extra parts that I didn't tie in, it's different.
Right. What motor are you gonna go on this one?
It's the same one. It's the same Lamborghini motor.
Okay.
But the next one is going to be the same, but it's not going to be a race version. Well, it's not going to be a road course version. I don't want to reveal that, or should I reveal that?
Yeah.
Live.
But you gotta try to top the last one you did, right?
I will
Do
say
it.
it will top it because of the stuff that I do have for it. That one is definitely going to have some active suspension, full-on roll cage system, a lot of different things. I might as well.
What color are you gonna go with?
Going to be, and that one's going to be almost like how they do in Mexico, the Baja 1000.
Okay, yeah. That's all
Yeah.
pretty much all caged up.
Mm-hmm.
A whole skeleton.
Mm-hmm. And that one's going to be over fenders that are actually like overarched with,
Right.
yeah, there's a lot that's going on that one.
Hey, do you got a color for this one? Willie asked if you have a color for it.
Yeah, what color are you gonna go with it?
For this one actually, I have no idea. Because there's three colors that I wanted to go with. One was like a copper bronze color. I think I like sent someone a picture of like a color that I saw that was actually on the concept version of the Lamborghini LP 500, and it was like this gold, like copper, like color. It was like really nice. It was like a brown copper tone, and I was like, I like that. But then I was like, and then I saw the Marlboro theme, and that was when I was like, okay, that is actually really cool, and it's a race theme for like a heritage of racing. And that's what this truck version is. It's kind of like a racing heritage version. So yeah.
Yeah, so kind of go with something that goes that kind of goes with that theme, you know.
Oh, and then I was talking to Kale or Cam Racing, and I was like, he commented on one of the pictures, and he was like, you should do like a white with like, you know, gold accents. And I was like, that's funny because there was a colored thing that I saw, and most of my inspiration isn't from like other vehicles. Sometimes it's like I see like a cup or some random thing like a gas can or a gas tank, and I'll see it and I'm like, well, I like that. And it was actually this cream colored like antique cup that they would use for like coffee or something for camping, and it had this red cross on it, and then it said like whatever it said on it, and it was just simple. And I'll DM you guys like on Instagram like what that one specific image was, and I was like, I like that color because like it's like an off white, but then it had like these like colors, and I was like, that's almost like how the Marlboro like Formula One cars looked.
Okay. There you go.
The final rendition of this is like a red and white Marlboro style, but it'll have like my Bullet 87. Because I'm gonna have to design.
That'll be dope, man. I'm not gonna be out here that long, so I'm gonna just show you the Porsche real quick. So I started polishing this thing up today, and everything was going well, and then on this door, Edgar already fixed it. I had to, if you could tell the paint's a little bit more glossy. I had to repaint that door, mask around it, and paint it because I chipped off a piece of paint, and I did the repair, and I had to re-clear it. So it's right now it's curing. I'm gonna let it cure overnight, but I polished the rest of it, but you know I still got ways to go.
Looks
but
good,
yeah,
dude.
I had to fix that door. Remember I showed you, Edgar, it was messed up earlier?
It looked crazy.
Yeah, so it should be good. Once it cures, I'll polish it up again. And then
yeah.
But yeah, that's the only one I've been messing with for now.
Do you use white base also, or do you use a different base? Because it looks like it's slightly darker.
Yeah, but I just think it's just because of just the clear. Cause remember, I polished this part yet already,
right?
And the front, but this one has brand new clear on, so it's still that clear hasn't been polished yet.
Oh,
so
maybe when you polish it, it'll.
Yeah, once I polish it, should blend in. So.
Pearl.
But yeah, I didn't have to do any new base on it because I just had to paint right over the existing color. I just had to make a repair. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, if it was somewhere else, but it was dead right there in the middle, so I had to fix it, you know. But like, there's no rush for this car, you know, so I'm not really worrying about it. But I'm glad at least I did the repair. At least I'll let it cure, and then. Maybe tomorrow I'll if I have time I'll mess with it. So.
Hey George.
Yeah.
George, can I have it?
Yeah. Man, you say that about every model I built.
I thought about it, but you know I didn't say it.
Nah, nice job though.
nice. I mean, that's all I got going on right now. I also pulled out. Hold on. I'm gonna work on this one soon. This is the new Supra, the new body style Supra. So my club, there is it's a Toyota theme this year, and this is the new kit that came out. So each of the members are gonna build one, and we're gonna unveil it at our show. But some of the guys started. I haven't yet, so I just started putting stuff together to mock up some wheels.
Nice.
I will show you the wheels, but since I know probably one of my guys are gonna watch, I'm not gonna unveil that. not live on YouTube anyway. But I got some nice wheels for this coming up. So in due time, you guys will see that.
That's cool. That looks pretty dope.
My hands on one of those.
Yeah.
Let's see.
George.
Yeah.
George said, "Can he have it?"
Oh.
Hook it up.
There he is.
What's
Hey,
up?
Hey, can I have it? You don't need it. You don't like imports.
Yeah, you don't like imports, but you got a Datsun shirt on.
Right?
So I got a Datsun shirt on too.
Yeah. That's cool though.
Yeah. So, hey Willie, you I know you've been busy, but you've been getting any bench time or no?
A little bit. I'm working on. I'm working on this one right here. Let me move the camera a little bit. This one right here.
Oh,
It's still
yeah.
not finished.
Yeah, that
It's
one.
real dusty and
nice.
stuff. You know.
I love.
The front is done. The interior is all done. It's real dusty in here.
Yeah.
The stance is pretty much where it is.
I love the wheels you chose too.
Pulling out
Color
Datsun.
looks nice.
George actually gave those to me. We were looking for sets of wheels, and he's going through his stash box. I'm going through mine, and he found those. And I'm like, dude, I go, I'll trade you for something.
Yeah, those are nice. Those go perfect with that car, with that truck.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, all that's left is I have to paint the bed kit in the back.
Yeah.
Mount the wheels, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking I wanted to put a decal across the front window and dedicated magazine decal. What's his name from Albert Avila? He made some decals for it.
Oh yeah.
I haven't received them yet, so that's what I've been working on. The camera, but I have one other one that I'm almost done with as well. But yeah, I've been working on different things.
Yeah.
A little bit.
That I actually got burned out on it. That same truck, the purple one, and it's actually probably like 90% done. But I have trouble, man. Once I get to the 85 to 90% to get over, finish that model, you know.
That's always the hard part right there, that hump.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get over that hump, you know.
It's a tough hump to get over. It's
yeah.
Like, this is like right now, the truck. All I have to do is start the engine work because the body work is completely done. I don't want to add any more stuff to it.
Right.
If I do, then I'm just gonna want to redo everything else, and I just want this version to be what this version is, and then I might as well just jump to another version. Since I've learned so much with this version, I might as well just like finish and then engine work, and then now I can paint and get that stuff done. Because the more it sits, the more I'm gonna sit there and be like, okay, I want to add some more like little details here and there that I know I need to add, like the roof. How am I gonna split the aerial from the roof to the back. You know, all these different things that I still need to add. But if I go past that, then that's when I think I'm gonna like start having an issue, because then I'm gonna like, all right.
Yeah, looking good, Willie.
This is the
That's
other
the,
one.
that's the bad.
Damn. That's sick, Willie.
Thank you.
That's the one that.
I like the wheels too.
What was the name of the model? Bad something.
No, it's actually the Street Fighter.
Oh, Street Fighter. Okay.
See it real good.
I thought it
But-
was like Bad Actor. I think there was a model like that, something
Yeah,
like that.
it was pretty much the same one, but this one's almost all done too.
All right, that looks.
Yeah. Red pops really nice too.
Yeah. What color is that?
It is the pink. It's got purple and red.
Oh wow. Yeah, man. That looks good, man.
Yeah.
And those wheels are real billet. They look billet.
No, actually, I honestly I don't know where I got those from.
Yeah.
You know, through the years you do trades and stuff. You put wheel
Right.
boxes and stuff, and you pull them out, and you know, then you know you find them like, oh, okay, I'm gonna use these. You know, so it's honestly I really don't know where they came from.
They're gonna work nice on there on that truck.
So
That car.
it's pretty much done.
Yeah.
Just some more things to do on it, and then that's pretty much it.
Okay.
That's dope. Looking good.
Hold on.
It has that pinkish, like a fade or.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see that, yeah.
And then this is another one. I don't know if you guys see this one.
Oh, the
Another
sun.
one.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'm gonna be doing this one as well. You know, just do different things. You don't want to always stick to the same genre that you do. You want to try different things.
Try different things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and this one I just don't. I want to figure out what color to use. That's my. I like to figure out what color to go with first, and then go from there.
I feel,
Right.
I feel
Any
like
suggestions? Throw it my way.
I feel like something like that, like when I was in Japan, for like that month, most of the themes like that, they stick with like pastel colors, like olive green, pastel blue, yellow mustard.
Yeah, those are a lot of those are OEM colors,
Yeah.
but they also have like that Celica also have like a blue metallic, kind of like a not a dark blue, kind of more like a royal blue. That's a nice color too.
Vanilla would look nice too.
Yeah, the
Celica?
mustard look good too on them too. You know, cause they look like error correct. You know.
Yeah.
On the Celica, like a yellow.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
yellow.
like a mustard color. It's like an OEM color.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It's more
You
like
know, the blues, silver. I mean, you know, light blue. I think was a stock color too.
Yeah.
This color, I think, was original. Like it's like a Toyota color
Uh-huh.
that came out really nice, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good color.
That's cool.
Oh, by the way, Chester, thanks for the advice on doing the, you know, I was talking to you a while back about doing a book for my grandson.
Yeah.
The book actually came out really good. But you know, with all this stuff that was going on, so it's saved and ready to go. But thanks for the advice on how to get it done. I did two of them done, but you know, I haven't received them yet. But thanks again.
It usually takes
Helped out a lot, for sure.
a week or 2 weeks normally, and then like you get it and you're like, all right, sweet. But then like since everything kind of went on hold, it was like, all right, so that's why this
Yeah.
one came out longer than it should have. Like it took like a month or so to get here.
Yeah.
And like this is more of like 100 pages, because this was the first build that I did, and then that's when I, you know, like
Give us a preview.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
100.
That's a lot of pages. I didn't do quite that many, but yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, and 100 pages doesn't seem like much to like for like masses, but then when you're sitting down and you're like thumbing through it, you're like, yo, like what?
Well, shows a couple of pages.
So like
Oh,
in the
nice.
beginning, it starts out with like how I set up. I mean,
Right.
Oh, it's dope.
and then the sketches.
Nice.
So it's the beginning to the end build, correct?
Yeah, it's literally like from beginning to end, and then there's also, I think there's like inspo pictures in here somewhere.
Nice. That's a nice thing to do.
Yeah, because it's like like just I edited it a while back, just to have it in there.
Yeah.
And
Kind of
then,
like advertisement pages.
yeah.
How did you guys so is there a site for you to do that in? How do you guys do that book?
So when I first approached it, there's this site called Chatbooks.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you could like for your specific build, say like it helps like when you go to a show and someone it's like do not touch.
Right.
You can at least have this and they can thumb through it and be like, oh wow, okay, I can see this in really close.
Right.
So like now that I don't own this truck anymore because it was donated.
That was you raffled it off, right? You donated
Yeah.
it. You donated it. Yeah, I remember the video on YouTube for that.
And then I added some inspiration pictures.
Oh, right on.
That's dope, man.
So like the BMW is where I like liked that body style, and then obviously the C10 with the red truck, and then you had the actual like Lamborghini motors.
Yeah, no, that's nice, man. That's a good job. You did a good job there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
Some work, dude.
yeah, definitely a great idea. I wanted to try it for my grandson's football team, and it came out really well. He was able to title it and put little comments in it throughout the whole
Oh,
book.
good. That's cool.
And I want to try to do possibly for like a yearly dedicated magazine.
Funny is
Right.
Just a picture book only, no stories or anything like that. Just pictures only.
Yeah, like a picture book. That's cool. Like
Yeah.
like you could do it annually, like the
Like
best
year one, like doing a year one,
Right.
for next year, and then at the end of this year, do another one, and
That's
put
cool.
everything else in there. That's just the idea, but yeah, no, thanks, Chess. I appreciate you, giving me the direction of where to go to get it done.
Oh yeah.
It's a great idea.
And that was one thing that I was looking at shows. You either have business cards that are on table or there's a sign.
Guess not. Oh, my bad.
Yo, what
And
up?
when I had this book,
Yo.
when I had this book, it was just like, oh, people were thumbing through it and they're like, oh, this was yours. And so like, if you guys didn't see this app in and know, it's got a precursor of this car in there.
Yeah.
And then it has the first build that started it all, and it was this Lamborghini F1.
Right. Okay.
So like each book has something that like ties in because it also has like when we did the podcast.
Oh, right.
Damn, that's dope, man.
Yeah. And then when I did the charity.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. So like
That's cool, man. I love the coverage you did too.
yeah.
Like the angle of the wheel with the fender. That's sharp.
Oh yeah. This like each one
Yeah, I
has
like
a
that.
specific style, like almost like a catalog. Like look.
Right. I like that. So have you been gathering pictures for book 3?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of pictures already. Like there's already more than 100 pictures for book 3, and each one is completely different. And I didn't expect to take that many pictures. But the reason why there's so many pictures in this was because there's so much that's going on that I have to change so many of the things like the the rear arrow that actually tilts back, but then you have the thing that actually adjusts.
Right. Yeah, no,
everything.
you could tell you went extra on this one. Looks good though. It's gonna be
I still have to add turbos. I still have to add man, I still have to add a lot. But we got it.
right.
Got it.
That's dope, man.
What's up, Mr. Cruz?
It was great hanging out with y'all for a little while. I gotta take it down, man. It's about one in the morning here. So
Damn.
It's early, man.
Man, we're just getting started.
I know you guys are just getting started. But anyway, guys, you guys have fun, and I'll talk to you guys on the next one.
All right,
Yeah.
Georgie. We'll talk to you later.
George,
All right,
Good night.
George. Later on, man.
I'll call you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Later on, man.
I won't pick up. Good night, guys.
All right. Peace.
All right, man. Later on. Hey, Just Cruz is here. Let me what's up, man? How you doing?
What up, Edgar?
What's up, Just Cruz?
That's good. What's up, fellas?
Yeah,
Hang
chilling.
in there, Cruz.
I think
Yeah, thanks for having me.
The only true time that we talked was actually on Instagram.
Yeah, I know. Everybody, right?
Time that we truly
Yeah, I know. I try to keep my face low key. Nobody wants to see our faces, just our cars.
Oh yeah. What are you working on anything right now?
I got this. I got that little Honda Civic, that EG hatchback that I've been messing around with. I'm in the process of hooking up the engine bay because it has no bay.
Oh, okay.
Adding styrene and a lot of like sanding and chopping. It's but that's where I'm at with it right now.
Yeah, show us some stuff if you want, like in a logo.
Yeah. So here's the hold on, let me dump this out quick. It's pretty much like the
Ooh,
bay in there so far.
that's nice.
Yeah, I had to like I like widened up the fender wells pretty much so it sits low. Where's that?
None of those kits.
This is the first. What was that?
None of those come with an engine bay.
Nah, they don't. And it's like super minimal, and a lot of times, like I've been. Last night I found a video on YouTube. I did so much research on the engine bay just so it could make sense, and yeah, it's a lot of work, definitely, especially with something that this is what my second build, and I'm like, shit, well, I don't know why it started opening up things. It's gonna take forever again. But yeah, that's pretty much where it's at. And nothing too crazy, like I said. It's just this is the top of the fenders. I had to hook up. I mean, I shaved it already. Sits pretty low. I've got like mad parts for it too. So,
That's
but yeah, pretty much.
How was it cutting like the doors and everything open on that?
Honestly, this kit's pretty flimsy. Like they got the like, so what happened is I started like I ended up cutting all the windows out, and I think I'm just gonna use the back window because I see a lot of times as you could see, these like the pillar is already broken. That's one of the first things that like that happens with them.
The blue plastic is always real brittle.
Super brittle, yeah. And I think I saw Lucas tattoo. He did when he opens up the doors, he kind of like comes up here and cuts it. I think that's a pretty good way to ignore like the pretty much the like top part of the door, because that's where the window is. Usually there's like a side mirror right there.
Right.
But I definitely already messed it up and broke the pillars, which I'm not worried about because I mean you could easily fix that. But yeah, it's pretty much I think the biggest challenge for me was the back, pretty much, because I ended up opening up the back hatch and the window.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty much like the part that was a little harder, but yeah, little by little, like I said, they are a little flimsy, but I think I got the research and the video, like the pictures down to get a better bay, make it easier on myself. Definitely helps getting those references.
Yeah.
I like how you mentioned EG body, the EG, the frame.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that means you know.
Yeah. What was that?
That means you know the car.
Oh yeah. I have this car. I had this car as my daily driver. I had it for 2 years, and when this whole quarantine happened, stuff happened. I wasn't working for a little bit. I'm sure, like all of us, and I had it parked up on my street, and I wasn't driving it, so every day I'd walk my daughter. I'd check on the car, and man, like 2 days after the quarantine, it got stolen, and I thought it got towed because of the spot I was kind of at, but I was just like, why I got towed? And I started calling the towing companies, and no one had it. I'm like, shit, I'm not gonna wait till tomorrow. So I called 911, and it just got stolen. So it kind of sucks because right after I finished my Impala build, this was up next, and I was like, I don't know, I was in like my feelings trying to even start it, because it's like I just had my car stolen, and now I gotta like work on one for a long time now, pretty much. So this is the kind of the story with this Honda. So it's just, now I'm just like, man, I just gotta finish it. I don't have the real one anymore. So yeah, that's kind of the deal with it.
Yeah.
Hear about that.
I was gonna tell you on the windshield, you know how it broke? I normally run a wire, real thin wire. This is almost like a piano wire. It's very thin. It's only like 10 thousandths. And if you kind of glue it in there and reinforce it,
Yeah,
it's really, really solid. I do that when I open, doors and stuff. And that
what glue do you use if you were to do that? Because I tried doing that. I did. I put toothpicks on there, but I think as I was removing them, since the pillars are so like thin, that I was almost breaking them. So I didn't put like some structure behind it. So that's why I'm like, I kind of was familiar with that tip, but just to me, I was just having trouble taking it off so easily, just because I glued it.
Right. Well, you leave it in there, but when you cut the windshield, you basically cut the whole side of it, so you don't glue it on the side. You just basically match it.
It's just a part of the body now.
And then once you paint it, I mean, you almost see it like if it's part of
yeah. Exactly. And the thing with this kit I see a lot is I think a lot of them with those Japanese kits is, I think the windshield, what happens is the little pillars right here, they tend to like pop a little out, like it's not flush. And that's one of the things with this too. So I think that's I actually tossed the windshield. I think I'm just gonna use like just some clear plastic sheets so it could sit nice.
I feel like that's what everyone does or should do sometimes when the windshields aren't the best, because they're really thick.
Yeah.
They're like
super thick.
Really
yeah.
Thick. And I was like, I can just go buy acrylic sheeting and then like cut the template out that comes with the kit when you actually paint the trim.
Yeah.
You just cut at least 3 millimeters or so like outside of that, and then there you go. You got a perfect windshield.
Perfect flush windows. Yep.
Yep. Especially on that one. That one's pretty. It's not like it curves on the ends. It's not like it does too much of a curve.
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. That's one of those. Nice. Is that an acrylic sheet?
Yeah, I can actually pull it out because most of this truck is built for racing. So let me pull it out.
Yeah, you can get those acrylic sheets in different colors and clear.
Yep, that's what I used on the 6.2.
Yeah, I have some of it in red and blue, green.
Nice. That one's a really, really nice shape to it. You cut that thing out perfect, almost. Yeah.
Because
it doesn't even look like you made it.
Yeah, if you cut them out to look like the windshield, you got to think that there's an actual curve to it.
Yep. Yeah.
But it doesn't have like the actual like top curve. Then when you bend it, it's gonna have like a weird like like overlap. So if you're actually under curve, it'll form perfect.
Got it. That's a good tip. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Now, oh, actually, if you look, if you didn't go to In-N-L and you didn't see this truck, it was there and it has real, or like like dash.
I see it. Nice.
And the seat's weathered. The driver's seat is weathered.
Super sick build.
Mm.
Nice,
That's
man.
dope, man.
Has the I mean,
Yo,
Hey, are we working?
There it is. Yep. That's awesome.
that's dope. What up, Casey? What
Hey
up?
guys, how are ya?
Oh, he's a long ways away right there.
Hey, Australia. What's up?
Yeah.
Dang.
Oh yes. Sorry I was late. This laptop's about 400 years old.
Oh man.
What time is it over there?
It is 3:30 p.m.
Oh, cool. That's a good time.
3:30 a.m.
Not yet. p.m.
Nice, man. Thanks for joining us over here. Are you were you working on any 3D stuff?
No, I was spending money on eBay, which is really easy to do.
Yeah.
No, just buying kits and stuff, and I've got some 3D stuff I'm planning, but still doing some research and stuff like that into it.
Oh, sweet. Do you have any wheels around you can show us? Or any on your bench?
I probably have about 500 sets.
Damn.
No, not that many. There's a raw print of it's the one that starts with F. I'm not sure how to pronounce them.
Forgiato?
Forgiato, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
I did them for Nathan, who's doing that ute.
Ooh.
What else have we got? There's some itsy bitsy teeny weeny little ones. Just a copy of one that's
Like those.
it's off a 85 Isuzu or something like that. But I just like the look of them.
Like those. I
Nice.
need a set of those for sure.
And the last one, it's probably going to fall apart, is the 5-spoke version of that Japanese wheel you see everywhere, the Yowie or whatever.
Well, like the ones that I have right now.
Yeah. They were fun. That's about it. I'm still trying to see if my lighting and that is all set up properly.
Yeah, the wheels that you just showed are like pretty much these.
Yep, those are the ones, exactly. Yep. I wanted to do a 5-spoke or a 5-lug version. Because the Aoshima ones, they're really nice, but the rears on them are so deep.
Funny story. I actually got those in Japan, and they were in original resin press.
Yeah, they're awesome, those ones.
Yeah, those were the original resin cast before they did the mass.
Yeah. I got a metal set from Iceman a while ago. I never even knew they existed, but apparently they're like legit Aoshima ones.
Oh yeah, so they cast those in like lead or something.
Yeah, probably something I wouldn't swallow, that's for
I
sure.
think I remember because then they had the yeah.
I might get my headset back in a second.
My light setup is just not happening.
What are you working on, Armando?
I'm getting that lathe ready so I
Oh,
can.
sweet. Yeah, we want to check that out. Give us a little, like a demo.
I'm just gonna start doing what I do, and then if you wanna keep talking or whatever, and everybody can see what I'm doing here, because I'm gonna be just basically on and off, and it's gonna take a while for me to kind of finish up a wheel, but not a wheel. This is gonna be just more like a McLean hub, and already has a diameter, so I can just stick it in here, and I'm just gonna do some machining work, and you're gonna see me how I machine this thing. So let me see. Huh?
Yo, I'm back. All right. I was just moving around right here. Let's see. How much is that lathe?
Goodness. This was a gift, but if you find one, you be lucky, and it's over $2,000, $3,000 because it's an antique. It's a jewelry lathe, and it has a pedal. So here's what makes it turn. So it's kind of like the really old lathes. It smells like electrical wires burning when I press the pedal. And this engine, when it burns, I'm gonna probably have a hard time trying to get it, but they're available. They're still available. I already searched for that. And here you put oil just to keep the bearings rolling. It gets quieter when you put a little bit of oil. But I have so many different sizes of collets, and I have a drill, like a drill shock in here, and I mean, yeah, and also something to hold different bigger parts. So
That's cool.
also, this motor has a reverse button on this side that if I put my tool on the opposite side, I can switch the direction and cut from the backside. Sometimes you need that because depends how your tools are. Sometimes your tools are made to cut left or right, especially the ones that I got from work.
Looking dope, man. Those are the sizes at the corner you got there?
I'm sorry?
At the bottom corner on the left side, those are the different sizes for the lathe?
Yeah, these come in, you know, in different sizes. Right now, you know, this is like a quarter. This is like a quarter.
Nice.
But I can actually go to almost like 10 thousandths diameter, which is very delicate. So I'm just gonna like.
Cool.
That's cool. Are you working on something too, Willie?
No, not anymore.
Background. Oh, there we go.
I can't take too much material. So what I did right now is I just made a face. Oops, here. Just face it. And then to give a contour, I'm just going to use a file. One of these, where's the file?
Is it like one of the hand files? Like it would be Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm back. I got, I posted these, but these are one of the latest ones I finished.
Let's see.
This one here. Yeah, put them in there, but this one here I finished. You see. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Nice.
Damn.
Super clean.
Pinstripe. I don't know if you can see this.
Who did the pinstripe?
Yeah, the pinstriping was done by David Anthony Garcia, but
Nice.
I'm gonna think about maybe 5 different ones for the next show, hopefully. And then I got this one. You know, I like I was telling you, Edgar, I try to do most of the stuff I do is either lowrider customs and stuff, you know, but I learned a lot by the imports and stuff. And decided to try something a little bit different.
Yeah.
So this is the one by George. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
Nice.
Shiny.
Yeah, bro.
It's simple. It's nothing fancy. You know, it just it out. I really like the BMWs.
Nice.
You know, and you know, I mean, you can't just stick to the same ones. You know, you want to always try to do something different, and that's why I decided to do that. Even the truck that I'm building too, I haven't done a truck in like about maybe 25 years. You know, and like, you know what, I'm gonna do a mini truck. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why I started doing that one. But those are the latest two. There's a few other ones, but I got to dig them out of the boxes and stuff, you know, because it gets dusty in the garage, and you don't want to have to sit there and dust everything off all the time.
Yeah.
I wanted to show this to Armando. I don't know if you remember this, Armando. This is a few years back.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me see if you remember this. Can you see the picture?
Oh yeah, I do. I do remember.
You remember that?
Yes, I do remember.
That was a good time, man.
Yeah, that was the first time we kind of collaborate with everybody, and we went to Arizona.
Yeah.
And I have a picture that it's got more people. It's like very panoramic, and it has I guess you know how we did like 3 presentations inside.
Right.
The picture is all panoramic, and it's really nice.
Right.
Yeah, you basically have everybody sign it and everything.
Yeah.
So that makes it.
I've been hanging up a lot of pictures and stuff, and I found this one. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna,
Nice.
you know, if you look at all the people in there, you know, Jeffrey, Juanito, Carlos, you, myself, Mercado. You know, there's a lot of people that were at that show. You know, it was pretty cool. I just wanted to show it to you. You know, it was just
nice.
You know, it was cool. It was a good memory.
It's good to show that, because that way people don't know. And, you know, when people see it, it's what we do, and
yeah,
those are the memories.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I have a few more when I get the frames and stuff. You know, I'll like from the down the scale when we had the Christmas party.
Yep.
I have like group pictures and stuff for everybody.
There's in this computer that I'm looking at, you guys, and that computer, I have so many pictures from back then.
Oh, okay.
Or from Peterson's automobile, from
right.
2 times at the Petersons, and then the Whittier, and also other places that we have taken a picture together.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times, man, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Like,
I have other things I want to show too, but I was a little bit more
talking
prepared.
about.
I'd have it all out, you know. But it's all good.
Yeah, let me show you.
Go to the leave.
I'm gonna mute this.
We disappeared.
All right.
No. Here, let me show you this one. Since, remember this one?
Oh yeah, that's the one that we presented to you after the first Whittier Boulevard presentation.
Yeah, it was a beautiful gift, and thanks a lot because you know, this kind of make you know, the reason why we do this, and this is kind of everybody from your club sign it here, so.
Right. I mean, you know, at the time, you know, it was just something like we talked about it before, where, you know, doing cases like that, you know, it's a great thing to be able to collaborate with multiple clubs or another club or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But overall, you know, it was just a great appreciation that I and the club felt towards you, because if it wasn't, you know, for you to get everybody together, because, you know, you came to us and asked, and you know, we all agreed to do it, but it was inspiration for a lot of people. There was a lot of people that really enjoyed what we all accomplished, you know.
Yeah.
And to be honest, it doesn't happen all that often. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hundreds of people really like that, or thousands of people, because even at the Lowrider magazine they put it.
Right. No, I never
recognize it.
get to see that. I never get to see it in the Lowrider magazine.
It's on the website. You put Lowrider. Yeah, just Google. Just put Lowrider. I guess, you know, kind of like Fest or something, and it'll pop those pictures.
Oh, okay.
It has the logo on the bottom that says Lowrider.
Right. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out. Yeah, it was fun, man. It was a good show. Good time.
Yeah.
So,
I'm almost thinking about putting the arch right here, because as you can see, I already have like some of the buildings in here.
Yeah.
So I probably will continue and do all the kind of like the Whittier, but it would be like the arch and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, I did the same thing. You can't see it from here, but I did the same thing with the pieces that I made as well. Oh yeah.
Piece, so.
Nice.
That's still so bad.
Yeah. So eventually I put it.
That's bigger than I thought it was.
Yeah, it's a good size.
Yeah.
That's. I thought it was like.
No. It fits cars, you know, like going both directions.
Is that a machine?
4 rows. Right?
Yeah. It's made out of water jet. It's all aluminum, but it's painted. And then I made you know, have this thing made so that it looks like a real.
Nice.
Yeah. Where did Edgar go?
I guess. No, he's switching the camera, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, there he is.
DJ.
What's up, man? I'm just playing around with the cameras.
That's cool.
So I have a question. Even though, like, if you had a chance to host your own venue, or like set up, not like talking about like, oh, after the norm, or after this is all over with, but like in general, like if you had a place that you could either build or have a venue, like what would be the central location where you would want to do your shows, so you don't have to worry about like large rental fees, or having to pretty much pay someone else, where you can just have your own setup and have like different car clubs, whether it's car, model, and enthusiast alike, where would you want to, your ideal place be? And that goes across the board. Like if you having your clubs, where would you want to set up a venue if you
Right.
could?
Pick someone to start it off.
I pick. Actually, I like the way that Willie was bringing that up. I was like trying to piggyback on that, but I choose you, Willie.
All right, let's get things started.
What was the question?
To be honest, to host a show, put on a show, doesn't matter where you go, especially here in California. You either have to pay for the venue or make a fairly large sum donation. I mean, you can find places that are somewhat cheap, but you're always going to pay something. The only one that recall that you really don't have to pay is like, how So Many Ways, Edgar, so how they have their show in a park.
Oh yeah.
Also the Low Ballers in 124 Cents built. They have their setting in the park, and those seem to be, especially like the So Many Ways one that they had last time. That one seemed to be the most popular and the most. There was a lot of people there. I mean, different clubs, even non-members, solo riders, and all that. And that seemed to be the most successful. And basically, it was done in a park setting, and everybody, brought their tents, set up tables, put models up. That one, to be honest with you, that was probably one of the ones that had the most fun. Yeah. But everything else, everywhere else that you go, you're gonna have something or another. But yeah, that's what I think. Go ahead, Armando, your turn.
No. I'm still trying to understand the question.
Okay.
If you had the opportunity.
All right, we'll go back to you.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like if you had the opportunity to like host your own like thing, like an anniversary like build of yours, like on showcase, how they did at Peterson's, and what you were saying at So Many Ways, and how Low Bottoms does it. But if you had like a building, like I love architectural design, I like studied it, and if there was like like how they showcase the Gypsy Rose, like a setup like that, how would you like that would be my type of setup actually. Would be like this like weird like minimalistic
Architectural setting.
Yeah, like it would be like a minimalistic like park style, but like how you walk into an Apple, it'd be like a gallery style, where it would showcase like these prime pieces, and then you can actually like that's where the book comes in too, because you would actually take home the book of your favorite like models, if that makes sense. That would be my ideal type, but that's just me.
But in doing it that way, which is a great idea, but in doing it that way, it kind of takes away the idea of actual context. It's more of an art setting or a gallery setting.
Right.
You're not necessarily there for a contest. You're just there to show your artwork.
That's pretty much
all the model cars, which is a cool idea. But there again, you go to any art venue that's around here in California, and you're gonna end up having to pay. So, honestly, I really like the park settings, and I wouldn't mind doing something like that if at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, what you're talking about is more of like the art side of the hobby, presented as art pieces rather than an actual contest. So I think Armando knows what I'm saying. I mean, it's just like when he does these presentations competitions at different shows, not as a contest, but as
Yeah.
they're not always looked at as a contest. They're works of art that are sitting on the table. That is kind of, if that's what you're talking about, that's exactly what Armando's doing already. You know, different things that he goes to. You know.
Yeah, and Peterson was very nice. But I don't think they're gonna do the car models anymore at the Peterson.
Yeah.
But I think it's like the car model industry to get into the museum. It's very rare. So that's why those 2 years were, or 3, were a very good opportunity for other people, everywhere can see where the car models are right now. And I think that kind of open up, people start thinking a little bit different on people that build car models, because they always see it like, you know, a toy or you know, hobby, but it's an art. And what we spend on the models and how we create it, it's kind of where we show our vision in a car model or diorama. But Peterson, I think is where it puts you in an upper level, I guess. But the parks, I like the parks because it's more like
More
humble. Like you can eat, you can be talking, you can, you know, there's no rules there. You go to Peterson, it's like you make sure that, you know, you show your badge, or you make sure that you're not eating anything inside. And so there's regulations there.
It's a little bit more structured at a museum like that.
Yeah, I used to like what Peterson used to make. I don't know if you went, Willie, when they were making these meetings all the way on the top building, where there was a room and they make this car model meet, whatever, and it was only one year. And those were really nice because it was all the way to the top of the building, and you can see windows all the way around. So it was really nice. It was different. But for doing presentations, it's more like I look for the ones that I want to choose. I don't like get a phone call. Well, sometimes I do, but when I see like for example Chicano Park, or when I see the Peterson, or when I see Japan, that's kind of where I say, okay, I'm gonna go there and I'm gonna do something.
Right.
So I choose basically where I wanna do a presentation.
Yeah.
So
I think like the question that Chester, you know, I think it just depends on what you want to present. Do you want to present it as a contest, like a competition? Do you want to do it as an art setting? Myself, I kind of like Armando was saying, there's the relaxed atmosphere of the park. You know, be able to kick back, do your thing, you know, with the clubs, different clubs and all that, you know, eat, barbecue, have fun, just enjoy the day. Those seem to be the most fun, I think.
Yeah, when we do presentations for the dead end pre-party, it's at the store. So we do a presentation at the store, and then the next day is at a park. So it's a totally different feel, but you task 2 places in the same weekend.
Correct.
And both places are really nice. I never regret anything on those 2 places.
Yeah. Next.
I mean, if that answers the question, I don't know if you're like
who's
down or doing something, but one thing is like you collaborate, you bring everybody in one place. You can pick a park and everybody will go there, and you will make it big. You can pick a swap meet, you can pick a church, you can pick anywhere. As long as you collaborate with everybody, that's what makes it more excited about it.
Right.
No,
gathering of people for sure, you know.
And worth it for people to come from, you know, far away.
Yeah.
you know, if I go all the way to Japan and pay my airplane ticket to go all the way over there just to do a presentation, that means I really like my hobby, right?
Yep, absolutely.
But I also enjoy everything else, not just that, you know, the friendship with everybody and the food and all that stuff. And those memories come back to you forever. Those are the memories that stay with you. And it's part of your life. One day you're not here, but at least you did that.
That's why when I found that picture, I'm like, I'm gonna show Armando this, man, because that was what. How long ago was that? Like,
oh wow,
7, 8 years ago.
That's a long time.
Yeah, I can't remember what year it was.
I was looking through those pictures the other day because I was going through try to catch stuff that we've done in the past. And that show was the one we went to Arizona, and it was the first thing that kind of opened my eyes to see how far we can go. And the guy that threw the show was Albert from Lifestyle, and he's the promoter of that part of it. And I know he spent good money just to give us the 2 20x20 spots and the trophies and the money and all that stuff. But he treated us really nice. Remember, Willie? We were at his house, and just being there, it was so much fun. Jerry came over from Netherlands, and
barbecue there too. Barbecued, and you know, we had a couple beers there, and he showed his cars that were in the garage, and
the one the car that I sold him, American Woman.
Oh yeah.
That was my car.
Yeah, that was at the show. Yeah, that was at the show.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
This was my car before.
Oh yeah.
She's pretty.
Oh okay. All right. Hold on. I got something else to show you too, Armando.
Oh, let's bust out. Show and tell. Man, that's dope. Oh, I like the grill. I like that front.
See that candy pops, huh? It looks almost real.
Jeez. It's like a cotton candy, or like it's nice.
Nothing's
I'll be scared to pick it up.
Right? Imagine dropping it. Dang.
Fat finger in one of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Armando.
All right, let's see Willie. Drum roll.
A little bit farther back so you can see it, but
Ooh, there you go.
what's that name say right there?
Armando Flores, Lifestyle, Los Angeles.
No, that's Albert's signature. That was at that show.
Yeah, I gotta show you something that. Wait a minute.
Battle of the show off.
Right? Yeah. All right.
Start busting out. Man. Let's see. What are you working on, Juan? Let me unmute. All right, go for it.
A Volkswagen. Pink Lady.
Man,
I've seen that one with the gull wing doors.
Woo. Just this one.
I think I've saved a few of those photos from Tumblr or like Pinterest.
I have this one. Glass house.
Nice.
Blacked out the back windows.
Oh, I didn't see that one.
I'm gonna try to make the back windows probably gonna be like the way the Cadillacs are, or oval. Like they used to do them in the late 70s, I think. That's about it. And I had this Cadillac Revell.
Juanito.
Yeah.
You don't build model cars anymore?
Not right now. I got to
No?
concentrate on Hot Wheels.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What do you got? What do you got, Armando?
Willie, check this out.
Oh shit! Wow.
That's nice.
Oh yeah.
That's
That
nice.
was a raffle. That was the raffle, remember?
I know.
Huh?
I know.
That was from the Christmas party, the Christmas raffle that we
That's
had.
17.
Yeah. Wow. That's still badass, man.
Check it out. Look at that flake.
Gee.
Look at that.
Is that what kind of flake is that?
I don't recall what flake it was. Actually, Emilio was the one that I gave him the board, and he just went off and started doing his thing. So I don't remember what flake that he used on it. You know, but
Looks nice.
Yeah. This is a
yeah, that's
very,
crazy.
very, very unique piece.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, this year we're gonna have the Christmas party at that hall. I don't know if you. Well, yeah, you guys went.
Yeah,
Armando,
same as last year.
Edgar, and
Yeah,
Nico,
10-year
and-
anniversary.
Yeah, we're gonna have the Christmas party at that place. We're gonna start planning it. Well, there again, you know, with everything going on with the country with the coronavirus deal, you know, we don't have a definite plan, but that's what we're thinking about, having it right there. It was nice, you know. I mean, it's fairly big, you know, and go there and you know.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, that was that's like when you know how well we're on the topic about like your ideal like spot for like a show. Or you know, I would for that spot, that would be a great spot. Ideally for
Yeah.
an indoor type show, it's intimate. I feel like it's like the right size with all the tables that you can lay out, and it's a pretty good size to get people in there. And at the same time, it has its parking lot on the side.
And a kitchen.
Yeah, and that too. So there can always be food. You can always even get probably in contact with some food trucks or something and be outside too,
Right.
or some food. You know, just how that Christmas setting was, it was great
Right.
there, and I could, you know, visually I could see even a show going down in there. Also, the like the park settings too. How we were going back to that, they're very welcoming, very chill and calm. Where you could just come through, set up, chop it up with people, walk around. If it had to be like a bigger venue, like something enclosed, the other thing I would think of would be more like a warehouse.
Yeah.
But kind of like the size,
idea.
like how Dead End has their warehouse. They're building something like that because it'll be more in an industrial area away from certain public settings where it's more private, and then you could even invite car clubs, one-on-one scale cars to come through and show off their cars too.
I like that. That's cool.
That's what David Anthony Garcia, when him and his family used to have their get-togethers at the Dragon Shop. I don't know. Well, I don't know. Did you ever go to any of those get-togethers, Armando?
No, I never.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know they were going on.
Oh yeah. I mean, like we have model cars, and we just put them on the tables and stuff, that because they had two different buildings there at the Dragon Shop. You know, we'd set up the cars for display, but all the real cars, and they had live bands, food vendors, or not vendors, but people barbecuing and stuff like that, which is a lot of fun. But they also had real cars as well, you know. But yeah, that's a good idea too, Edgar. You know, in that warehouse setting, you know, it's a little bit more private, you know, for sure.
I had an offer from at the tribal store in San Diego, and he has this warehouse that it's very open on one side, and cars can park outside too. And they modeling all the streets and everything because they building the San Diego, or they built the San Diego Stadium there. So it's a good spot also. But it's not going to happen until like 2021.
Yeah. Yeah, I think pretty much this year is pretty much done, you know. I mean, unless things
For
get
the,
better, you know, or start changing for the better, you know, it's pretty much done.
yeah, but it'll give us more time to build.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can build more cars, and then when we bust out with some new stuff.
Yeah. I mean, like for the next show, I'll probably have at least 5, maybe 6 new cars.
Nice.
So, hey, if you gotta stay home, you might as well build, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's when I'll end up with all 8 renditions of the Lamborghini truck,
Yeah.
and maybe like one that I have in the works that is not of this series, but there's a really nice, like, now that I have it in store, there's a dually that I'm going to be working on that, that is definitely going to be. So I'm pretty sure this year is going to be all full of building, for the exception of the Plastic Society show in August.
Yeah, I'm gonna drive down to that show in August, and then back the next day. You know, so
the road trip begins.
yeah,
Right.
I plan on stopping in Phoenix. I talking to you earlier about it, Edgar. Just stopping in Phoenix. I want to do an interview for Dedicated Magazine with Danny Dopeness. So I'm gonna stop in, hook up with him, and then probably hook up with a couple of the guys from the club in Arizona. And then my wife and I are gonna go to Sedona, spend the day there, and then from there we're gonna drive to Texas. You know, just do a little road trip because I'm on vacation that whole week.
You should,
Might as well take a road trip and make it productive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much. That'll be
Stuff done for the magazine, you know, as well.
When was the last time that you were in Texas, Edgar, or if you've ever like been down here? What was the last time that you've been to Texas?
last time was like 2013, I want to say. Or no, 20, not 13. I think it was either 14 or 15. I was there in Austin for the South by Southwest.
Music deal, right?
Yeah, that was for music. I was out there for that.
Yeah, I know. We were talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Me, you, and David were talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah, that was
something about a fight broke out or something right there.
Oh, dude, there was so much mayhem going on. Like, people got hit, run over with the car. It was nuts.
Yeah,
it was a lot.
Crazy.
There was a lot going on. What's up with you, David? David Guerrero's here. Say what's up.
Yo.
What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Dang, how's the 3D printing going?
Right away.
Stop right now. Yeah, my pops passed away a couple weeks ago.
Oh man, sorry to hear that.
So I've been I haven't done anything. I haven't done anything. So finally now I'm finally getting the motivation to get back to it.
Yeah.
But no, I got a few things. I got a bunch of stuff that people are tricky on Instagram.
Yeah.
They want something. I'm like, oh, hold on. Oh, what's your PayPal? And I'm like, oh, hold on. And they keep bugging me. Next thing you know, they send me money. I'm like, oh, man.
The commitment.
Gotta hurry up and get their stuff done now.
Yeah.
But
right
it's been fun. I've been messing with just modeling right now. Just modeling. I haven't printed much just for the same reason.
That's cool. And
but
that's your workspace behind you right there?
This is my workspace right here. Let's see if I can show you guys.
Nice poster.
I know. That's my little paint booth right there.
Oh, sick.
Got that one right here. Who's that?
I don't know.
That's tight.
I got that part too.
My 3D printing setup.
Oh yes, yes.
Damn, that's cool.
I got 2 printers there. I got a wash and cure station right there.
Yeah.
And then of course all my resin. And I share this room, so that's the other half of it.
That's a cool room, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's a man room. But yeah, that's been I've slowed down a little bit because of that, but I'm getting through it.
Yeah. Right on, dude. Thanks for joining us. This is awesome. I was like, oh, David's here. I was like,
Yeah, thank you for inviting me. I've been watching them. Man, they're cool to watch.
yeah,
It's a cool little
right
way
on.
to interact with people.
Right, it's crazy. Yeah, something different. Right there, the first one I did the Zoom was with Casey when we did the first.
Oh, you did the podcast.
Yeah, that was fun.
It's man, it seems like we're doing everything like this.
Right?
I feel like this is the best way to do it now. Like,
Yeah.
well, not the only way to do it, but like a new transition. Like I called it. It's weird how I called it back in my episode. I was saying like, you know, this is like the best way to like get a feel of like who's building what, but now you can get a face to who's building what. Even though like when you go to Instagram, you'll be like, oh, okay, and so is their name. But then now with this, you can see like, okay, these are the people who are doing these specific things, and it's like a weird like relationship now. It's like, dang, like, you know, I hung out with that person, but they were at home. But it was like a board of directors, or like how like I commented like on the first one, I was like, it's like a scale builders board of directors who like are like the big names that build or do 3D printing or do certain things. And it was like, dang, like that's that person. And then you never see that person on the pictures, so you just see their work. And that's what kind of like was nice for me, because I was like, dang, I know these people. I like have more
Damn, I think your headphones was tripping around, dude. The connection. Yeah.
You sounded like an alien.
We didn't hear anything, bro.
Try it without the headphones, maybe.
These headphones are trash.
Oh, there you go. You sound clean, dude.
Clean now.
Yeah, you sound better.
You guys good?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, is like now you get a chance of like seeing the person that was like oh, so and so like 3D prints wheels, or so and so 3D prints like, you know, intercoolers or turbos and stuff like that, but you don't see the person's, I guess, like their face. You don't have a face to put with it. You just see the product, and it's like, okay, like, you have the person that's doing detail master stuff on a Zoom, like, or a podcast, and it's like now you can put a face to the thing, and it's like, dang, you're not just like, oh, I bought this from so and so. It's just another bot, if that makes sense. Because like in an engineering world, everything is all bot based. Like how you have that set up, David, where you have the three stations, like the washing station and the 2 printing stations at NASA, which was my previous like workplace. Imagine that times 10, like a legit, like all of those, industrial CV, or a negative, or CNC, negative center, or stuff like that. You never see the people who run it, which is me, or you know, a few engineers, but you see the end result, like, oh, the rovers that are on Mars, the rovers that are going to the moon, things like that. You never know what it takes the team. So like seeing this, it was more of like, dang, like that dude makes that specific thing. And like seeing episode 1 where Joel was, you know, he's doing a lot of the really cool engine and turbos and stuff like that. I've seen him before, but it's like, dang, like, okay, you know, I talk to him every time we do the model car build off on Instagram with Juan. it's you don't really physically see these people. You just chat with 40 people each month, and then that's it. So that's why I was like, dang, this is. I can only imagine what happens next. So yeah, virtual model car shows or what?
Yeah, probably,
Yeah,
man.
that's been done already, right?
Yeah, they when they did the one with
2020 coronavirus show that H-Town did. Also, Backyard Custom or Backyard Inc.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a live on Instagram as well.
Yeah, that's tight. The other day I was thinking like on Zoom, what if, because on this account I could put up to like 100 people, right?
Yeah.
And what if I managed to load up 100 people and everybody just have their model car on a turntable and just have it do like a few rotations, and then I'll spotlight the next one and the next one and the next one. It'll probably take a long time, but man,
I'm down.
That's a good idea.
That'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It will be a car model show online.
Online, yeah.
The Zoom show.
This
Zoom show.
Yeah.
Zoom roadster, scale roadster show.
Dang.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
Do it.
That'd be pretty cool. We gotta find 100 people.
That might be difficult.
We have a live chat right there. Everybody's down.
I am.
Yeah.
Dang. I wonder how long it would take for everybody to load up. Maybe it crashes all that when everyone's out there.
Just have YouTube live stream already ready to go.
Right?
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun to see how that turns out.
That would be pretty cool. Or you know how everyone gets together for like New Year's or like some special? It could be like a special day too, where everyone like links up together.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet, right?
I'm down.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah, most definitely.
Let's do it.
So Juan, show us your place.
Place? It's a mess.
Bust out some magazines. Some Lowrider bicycle.
Hold on.
Show us a model car, the display case.
There's
Nice.
some of my picture stuff I have framed. Some old posters. Hold on. Some car models. Where are they at?
Look like some vintage stuff up there.
And
That's the one I need. That's the one. I'm just kidding.
a gas pump?
No. Oh, I got the gas pump. So you're a collector.
There's me right there.
Oh,
We
Can't see it. Can't see anything.
Too dark.
Too dark. Oh well.
Oh.
You guys know? You familiar with that artist?
Oh, your face.
Oh, it froze.
Yeah, it froze up.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Moving too fast.
Come back.
Yo,
There.
yeah, dead zone right there.
There he is. Let's see.
Little knickknacks
A lot of badges.
from the Hot Wheels, from SEMA, another Hot Wheels, another Hot Wheels. There's like 4 or 5 Hot Wheels ones.
Oh dang.
There's some looking little knickknacks. And then over here,
Ooh, that's a hard to find.
Yes.
Yeah.
and here's some Hot Wheels. I don't know if the lighting's good.
Yeah, we can see him.
Here's some, this whole line right here. These are all red lines.
Uh-huh.
And there's this one, the Monty. It's a
Hey,
Cadillac.
what are red lines? Is that the wheel?
Yeah, those are like the original Hot Wheels, the first ones that came out from the 68 to 70s.
1960s and 70s. Yeah.
68, I believe.
Yeah.
There's this one right here. Let me.
I have some of those too. Still in the package.
Oh, there's that one. Mondo Body recognized that one
Oh yeah, 68 Caprice.
with hideaways. Here's some buddies plaque that they gave me.
That's cool.
Carnales from New Zealand.
That's crazy.
And over here, I have a few Hot Wheels.
A few.
Few models. And then over here, last, here's my.
Oh,
Damn.
that's the expensive case right there.
These are pretty much all the ones that I've done.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That little bus.
That orange one, the run.
The little silver one.
The
Oh,
silver
that one, yeah. From a friend of mine, Mo, or Vic, gave that to me.
Yeah, it's badass.
I have a Datsun right there, chopped. And I have this picture from downtown LA, 1978, how it was in 78. This is the, not the Coliseum, the Convention Center.
Oh, wow.
That's about it. So that's pretty much my place.
That's dope.
See what else? Have this. Dairy seeds.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty much it.
Nice.
Nice.
Cool.
Nice.
All right.
Next.
No, I have a mess in the garage. I can't do everything in here.
Man. All right, guys. Just want to give you guys a heads up. I got like 10 more minutes on here. You want to do the lathe, Armando?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep going, but if you guys want to keep talking, whatever,
All right.
I'm just gonna keep running.
Man, I'm just amazed by that machine every time I look at it.
Nice machine.
Oh, he's tripping out on that lathe.
What are you gonna do, Armando?
Making the McLean's hubcaps, and I'm just making from see, this comes out. It's just a piece. I'm just putting a radius on it just to make it look like a hub. Before it was, I just face it in straight, and now I'm doing like a taper down, and then I'm gonna put the little like the cap in the center, and
The
then
indention.
and then the little ring on the outside. But I'm just using the file instead of a tool that will make the radius. So sometimes these files are too fine. So I end up using the like a bigger file, but I'm looking for it and I cannot find it. I had it right here. Oh, right here. This is like more like a stronger file. So this one will cut like butter. So another thing is that you guys probably recognize this tool, like when you're buffing wheels or whatever. This one, sometimes you can use it as a buffer and you can buff your aluminum pieces. Just like that. Or I do it backwards where I put the part and then I spin it and then I go and polish it like this. George has one of my sets that I use the hub. I made machine the hub like that. And it looks almost like chrome when you polish it.
Any type of material on it to buff them out?
Yeah, just to buff them out, because once you machine it, it's just aluminum aluminum. Now it looks like almost like chrome when you polish it. It gives a different polish when you do it this way.
I was gonna ask, how many of those have you lost?
Oh my goodness, so many.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Tiny little pieces, man.
Yeah,
Like
sometimes.
your fingernail.
Yeah, sometimes I use just a rod just to hold the wheel like
Nice.
this, just as a support, and then.
Cool.
That way you don't burn your fingers off either.
Yeah. So there's a lot of tricks to it. Sometimes I use the, I was showing the guys, I changed this to a bigger piece so it can, and this opens up and closes by just rotating this. So what I can do is, for example, get one of these rims, and then rotate them, and I can machine it and take them off that way. Or I can just take this out. This unscrews here and take it out. So I'm gonna put that collet back.
Why don't you do a YouTube video like that, Armando?
I want to do it, but I need a buddy to kind of like come on, just record.
Got a bunch of buddies.
Yeah, but they don't want to come home.
I'm taking a flight, and I'm gonna go.
Hey, I just got tested, so good.
And
good to go through.
What you test positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative. Okay.
They're doing it free, so I'm going every week.
Was that uncomfortable when they do it to the nose?
Yeah, I wanted to sneeze, man.
Damn.
But I don't know, have you ever seen any of those like restoration videos on YouTube? They do like restoration tools and stuff like that. That reminds me of it when you're on there.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool seeing this.
Hey, Juanito, oh, there he is. I'm trying to figure out this thing. I'm just messing around with the settings.
Something went wrong with my internet.
What happened?
Something went wrong with my internet. I lost signal.
But you can still hear us, right?
No. Well, now I can. I got signal back.
Nice.
What?
What are those? What are those caps being? What car are you gonna use those for, Armando?
This is I'm just making some few sets because I just want to make the look of a McLean.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
So
Flush. Are you using that on any specific build?
yeah, I did. I just finished this one's for the Jose's Dreams. This is more like a true classic look.
That's clean. And what tires are those, Armando?
Those are my tires.
Those are yours.
Yeah, these are my tires. They have the.
Those look like these, right?
Huh?
No, these are mine.
So, yeah, this ones, and then I use. I make this ones for true classics, true spokes.
Nice.
Because it gives a.
One day I'll own some like those.
One day we all will.
One day.
It gives that lowrider look.
Very nice.
Almost.
Good look. It fits it well.
Yeah. So
Oh yeah, like
these are gonna go into a car. I'm making a car called Angel Baby.
Nice.
Angel Baby is gonna be a '77 Monte Carlo. So it's gonna have that old school look, like from back in the '70s.
'70s vibe.
Yeah. And I have so many wheels made. I even use this is a good one. This is Pegasus True the Prager's, but it's Jerry's tires.
Oh yeah, they look clean.
So the only thing I did on this tire, on this wheel, is let me show you. I machine like a recess so the wheel can go inside, and it makes it more like like a 520 look. So it's just perfect. I'll show you how it looks on the car. It makes a real 520 look, and let me just show you how it looks.
Oh
nice.
yeah. Very nice. And you said that was to raise like pretty much the middle of the tire, so it has a little more of support.
Yeah, you can almost do on any wheel on any car model. You can actually like stand the back of it and make any tire fit in there. And it makes, like, if you buy just a tire from Jerry's, you can almost.
Oh, it's just smaller.
Yeah, but you can also grind the back of it and then just insert that. So it makes it look really nice.
Big flash.
So I'm gonna be doing this on some other cars because these tires are, to me right now, one of the best tires right there.
I think I have a random set of tires on the that rebuilded truck series that I'm working on.
Mm-hmm.
And like I made some deep dishes. I think I posted them on Instagram, but let me get the box. The box is these are completely. These are like smaller than definitely smaller than the ones that are like the regular ones that everyone buys from Pegasus, and I couldn't fit any hubs at all. And then I had the two Cadillac Lowrider kits, and I just mashed the hubs in for these, and then added some different, added some actual. I think I used dragster dishes, and they came out like perfect.
Yes, you can play, and it's chrome plated already, so
yeah.
It's nice. And people throw them away because they don't like them, right? But
yeah,
it's something that you can use, especially on Jerry tires.
Oh, hey guys, I'm gonna get ready to end the session.
Yeah.
And we'll have to do this again. This was kind of unplanned, you know. It was just kind of like, well, not it was like it was and like it wasn't. It was just up in the air. Something we wanted to do. We wanted to get everyone together. So next time we do something like this, you know, I'll let you guys know. That way we can all link up and just, you know, kind of showcase stuff that we're working on and whatnot.
A little bit more planned.
Yeah. This is more like a freestyle, you know, and just kind of everyone kind of get familiar with the program too.
I like that. You should definitely like side title it freestyle session.
Yeah. I mean, we'll definitely do more, and then
I would have had more to show. I just cleaned up my whole bench, so there's like not shit laying everywhere.
Did the same thing, but
that's all good.
But yeah, at least everybody's getting set up where they know how to work the program, how to you know, connect and all that stuff. So every time you just call it out, I mean, if we're available, we log in. If we're not, then
send out the invite. Yeah. No, yeah. I'll keep it.
That was fun.
And
Thanks for the instructions there, Edgar.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you guys.
Yeah, thanks.
You know,
Yeah, I finally figured out my audio issue, and it's my headphones. They're trash.
It's all good. We're still learning. I mean, we're still learning as we go, so it's all good. But yeah, guys, thanks for doing this, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. So,
absolutely.
You guys posted.
Hi guys.
See ya.
Thank you, Edgar.
All right, guys. Later on. Peace out. Later.
Definitely fun.